Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina is the location for start number 23 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series this season. As we are here for the running of the Mountain Dew Southern 500s, we're set for 56 laps of action on this 1.366 mile egg-shaped oval, and that's, of course, definitely one of the main distinctive features of Darlington. Not to mention, it's also since been known as the track too tough to tame, and we'll find out how tough it is for these 41 drivers to tame here today. So with all that said, let's get to the starting lineup for the race running in the event here at Darlington. On the pole for the Southern 500 is two-time winner Cole Deaver in the GM Goodman Chevrolet car number 3. He has won this season at North Wilkesboro and at Bristol this season. He'll be alongside Dylan Poteet, who almost won the last race on the tour at Bristol in the night race over there. He starts alongside. He's in the 22 MB&A Pontiac. Second row has Joshua Collard in number 43, the STP Pontiac, and Zachary Fitzwater, the winner this season at the second race at Michigan in the Spam Melling Ford, car number 9. He nearly won the night race at Bristol, the last race on the tour as well. Third row will have Jonathan Sorrell, and a good qualifying run for him in number 7, the Exide Barriers Ford, and he'll be alongside a Sitco Ford, car number 21 of Quentin Moore, who won the Daytona 500 this season, and he starts this race on the outside of the third row. Fourth row will have three-time winner this season, Preston Plord. His wins came at Auto Club, Richmond, and Pocono. The Interstate Batteries Pontiac, car number 18. And beside him will be Martinsville winner Seth Cole in the RCA Ford, car number 98. Fifth row will have the Brickyard 400 champion Phil Barker in the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet, car number 5. And two-time winner this season, Kyle Matthews, the points leader coming into this race. And of course, like Pontiac car 42, his wins came at Rockingham and Sonoma. Row 6 will have William Brock in number 4, the Kodak Film Chevrolet, and beside him will be Becca Tellier in the Valvoline Ford, car number 6. Next row down will have Levi McIntyre in the Exide Barriers SKF Ford, car number 99, and Jesse Turner in the Remington Arms Ford, car number 75. Row number 8 will have Jessica Shelton in the number 94 McDonald's Ford, three-time winner season. Her wins came at Dover, Michigan, and Watkins Glen. She'll be alongside Charles Sanford in the DuPont Chevrolet, car number 24. Row 9 will have Trent Dunham in the number 1 Pennzoil Pontiac. He's in Pennzoil Chevrolet, excuse me. He's another two-time winner this season. His wins came at Texas, and of course, he's also going for the Darlington Sweep. He won the last time he was here on this track. Beside him will be the winner of the Coca-Cola 600 this season, Joshua Osborne, number 87, the Burger King Chevrolet. Next one down is Paul Minnick, number 23, the Smokin' Joe's Ford, and Ben Crouch, number 25, the Budweiser Chevrolet. Then it's Tony Green, inside the next row down, and number 33, Skull Bandit Chevrolet, and Peter Onjack, number 41, the Kodiak Chevrolet. Next row down is Vince Almorigo, number 10, the Tide Ford, and beside him will be Ashland Boyd, number 11, the Lowe's Ford. Next row down is Ryan Brommer, number 17, the Western Auto Chevrolet. And beside him will be the man who stunned them all, the Pepsi 400 this season. It's Nicholas Wade in the 26 Quaker State Ford. Next row down, we'll have Sean R., number 13, the First Plus Loans Ford. And Jay Jefferson, number 90, the Halleck Myers Ford. Next row down, we'll have Jason Haywood, number 81, the Square D Ford. And beside him will be Zach Winkle, the winner at Talladega this season, in the John Deere Ford, car number 97. Next row down, we'll have number 30, the Pennzoil Pontiac of Daniel Bouchard, and number 77, the Jasper Engines US Air Federal Mogul Ford of Diego Yepes. Next row down is Ryan George, number 15, the Quality Care Services Ford. Beside him will be car number 44, Mike Becker, two-time winner this season. His wins came at Pocono and in Atlanta this season. Next row down, we'll have Kat Batson, the Quality Care Services Ford Credit Ford Thunderbird, car number 88, and beside her will be car number 37, Austin Colano, in the Little Caesars Kmart Ford. Next row down is Rob Evans, number 12, the Mobile One Ford, and beside him will be Carter Friesen in number 71, the Olive Garden Chevrolet. Next row down is Dylan Young, number 2, the Miller Genuine Draft Ford, and Johnny Gardner, number 16, the Family Channel Prime Star Ford, and starting shotgun in the field, two-time winner this season at Riverside and the last race on the tour, the night race at Bristol, Keith Batson, the Texaco Haviland Ford. Here comes the man of Fire the Engines here at Darlington.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
So the engine's fired up and ready to go here. And by the way, distinct picture about Keith Batson's win at the night race at Bristol. Well, he won a race from the furthest back anywhere it ever started this season, as Batson started 38th in that race at Bristol, and he won that event. So Batson could do it again, possibly at Darlington. We'll see what happens. See how he does from last place starting position in that case. And in fact, that win helped him a lot in the points chase as well too. But we have 56 laps to answer that question here at Darlington, and plenty of racing on this racetrack here. Cole Deaver looking for his third victory of the season. Dylan Potee has not won in a long time in that 22 MB&A Pontiac. Could he possibly spoil the fun? Could he possibly spoil it and win the race here today? We'll see. Those two, along with 39 other drivers, have something to say about who wins today here in this prestigious Mountain Dew Southern 500. That's the race name for this event. Southern 500 has been one of the big events since the early 1950s, and somebody's on the apron of the track. I don't know who that is. And it appears to be William Brock in the number 4 car that's heading down pit road. But anyway, the field's getting ready to take the green flag here. Cole Deaver and Dylan Potee will lead him down. The green flag is out, and we are underway here in the Mountain Dew Southern 500 at Darlington. So William Brock, he started this race in the 11th position. He's got an unscheduled pit stop is what's going on with the 4 team. Meantime, Cole Deaver and Joshua Collar takes the top 2 spots to come off turn number 4. And Deaver lead the first lap here. Pole speed for the event, 183 miles per hour here at Darlington. And that's a very fast field without question. And Brock is coming back out on the racetrack here. Oh, careful here, William. Don't. Oh, gosh. He slips in behind Zorlan, and Cole Deaver gets off the wall, come off turn number 4. He's going to lose second position. He's going to lose lead and second position to Jonathan Zorlan. Meantime, Preston Plord will go to third position. Bill Parker's going to go to 4th. And Deaver still caught up on the high side. Here comes Kyle Matthews, the man Deaver is battling for the points with. Matthews goes by, McIntyre goes by, Shelton goes by. Shelton and McIntyre, 2 of our in-car cameras in today's event. Along also with the man we saw starting in the back there, that's Dylan Young. He has our 3rd in-car camera in today's event. Riff cam from Dylan Young's perspective. Remember, Dylan Young started this race in 39th position as he is got the inside lane working to his advantage right now. See how he's clocked at this time by. He's behind Rob Evans in the 12th machine. And Young has moved up from 39th to 27th in the first 5 laps of this race. So Dylan Young got a very fast car in the early stages of this event. But, as I said, we're still early in this event. My craps is jumping all over the place. I don't know what's going on here. And now we got problems in turn on the front stretch. The 11 car has gotten turned around. There it is. The damaged at number 11 machine of Ashlyn Boyd apparently got spun. We saw it in the background. And the yellow flag is flown for the first time here today at Darlington. And who's going to race back to the start-finish line? It looks like it's going to be Zorlan. Yes, it will. So Jonathan Zorlan takes the lead and wins race back to the start-finish line for the first caution flag of the day. Collard's going to be second, and it's going to be Plord in third. And let's take a look at what happened to cause the caution to fly for the first time here today. They were back in the back here. Daniel Bouchard gets off the wall, come off turn number 4. He and Ben Crouch got together, and then turns Crouch, turns Bouchard around in the 30 car, and there you see right there, he just spun it right around, and then kept on going. So, other than some bent sheet metal, no harm, no foul, really, for those 3 cars. So the first caution flag of the day, flying on lap number 6, lap number 7, 6 or 7, I should say, in this event. I think it's lap number 6 when it flew. So leader race going to Jonathan Zorlin right now. Second position is Joshua Collard. Third right now is Preston Plord. Fourth position is Phil Parker. Going 5th is Kyle Matthews. 6th is Jessica Shelton. 7th position is Trent Dunham. 8th, Levi McIntyre. 9th, dropping to 9th, is Cole Deaver, who led the first 3 laps in this race there from the pole. And starting and running in 10th position right now is Paul Minnick. Dylan Poteet's 11th. Zachary Fitzwater's 12th. Charles Sanford 13th. 14th is Vince Almarigo. Going 15th is Brian Brommer. 16th is Joshua Osborne. 17th is Becca Tellier. 18th is Sean Ard. Ryan George 19th. And Kat Batson currently running in 20th position. William Brock on the inside of the racetrack. He is currently a lap down, trying to get himself back on the lead lap and try to catch a caution. And if should that happen, he will be back on the lead lap in the number 4 car. But what's going to take some doing, of course, obviously, here at Darlington. Green flag back out on lap number 12. And Zorlin like that right there as Brock sandwiches himself in between Zorlin and Collard. And inside goes Preston Plord, car number 18, the Interstate Batteries Chevrolet. He and Phil Parker go inside right there, and here comes Shelton in number 5 as she zips by both Matthews and Collard. On board with the 2-time Southern 500 champion. Well, as you see Parker go inside of Preston Ford, Shelton follows through. And that's going to be 3rd position right there as Bill Parker, of course, remember he won the Brickyard 400 at Indy this season. Shelton, by the way, has tied with Ford for most wins this season at 3 apiece. And speaking of Ford, he plows the wall, come off turn number 4. Darn pace car. Meantime, William Brock trying to get himself back on the lead lap, like I said, and try to catch a caution. Try to get that 4 car back on the lead lap here as the number 7 Exide Batteries Ford still out in front here, and here comes Brock to the inside, trying to go back to the lead, trying to get himself back on the lead lap. No dice, but that did catch Parker up the track, and here comes Shelton to the inside of Brock. Shelton takes 2nd. Collard's going to go to 3rd, and Trent Dunham, I think, is going to go to 4th. Yes, he will. He's got his buddy Levi McIntyre behind him. A couple of big wrestling fans out of this in our community. And now Shelton dives inside of Brock, and here she comes along with Joshua Collard in tow. 2 Fords in 1st and 2nd. Then you got a Pontiac 3rd, Chevrolet in 4th, and a Ford in 5th. on board Jessica Shelton's car again as she looks in the back bumper of Jonathan Sullivan. Now she gets moved up the track by Joshua Collard, and around goes the 43 car. And Levi McIntyre just happens to be next to Shelton, so McIntyre moves up to 4th position now, trying to find a way around Trent Dunham in the number 1 car. That's close quarters racing right there between the 1 and the 99 cars. And checking in on Dylan Young's perspective, there he is in the number 2 car. Young trying to get past Zachary Fitzwater. And he does so with ease, and that moves Young now up from 39th to 21st position. Now trying to get by Tony Green for 20th. Darlington usually pretty much a crapshoot here, and that's about what Darlington usually is. There's the Young going up to 21st position. Keith Batson, we said, started his race in dead last in 41st. Well, he's up to 25th position now, so Batson another mover up through the field. Batson, of course, unexpectedly for him, won the race at Bristol, the last race in the night race. And the men up in front of him, Quentin Moore and Zachary Fitzwater, were the two pretty much that I don't want to say gave Batson the win, but that's pretty much what happened as Moore and Fitzwater got to battling a little bit. In fact, actually, Fitzwater got tangled up with Mike Becker trying to lap him, and then that spun him out, and Quentin Moore just plowed right into the 9 car. And Batson from 3rd place was unexpectedly in position to win that race. In fact, if it wasn't for that, Batson probably might not have caught the front 2 had that whole ordeal not have happened. Joshua Card led his lap briefly, but now up front goes Levi McIntyre in the 99 Nexide Batteries machine. McIntyre, a former Darlington winner himself last season. In last season, in fact, it was in the first Darlington race. He's yet to win a Southern 500 title. But right behind him is a man who's won one of the big races this season. That's Phil Parker, as he took on the title at Indianapolis in the Brickyard 400. And now he and McIntyre side by side. He's trying to work on the front 2 on those 2 cars. And I thought Pote was going to make a 3 wide into turn number 1. That would have been a bonsai move if I saw one. But he thought better of it, and he stays in behind Parker. McIntyre now falls back a little bit, and Collard was at the 3rd, Dunham 4th, and here comes number 24, Charles Sanford. As he takes as the Jeff Gordon colors moving its way up through the field here as he tries to get past Dunham. No dice at the moment, but he'll try. You bet he'll try to get in the 3rd turn. Dunham off the wall. Here comes Sanford for 4th, and he's got it. But meantime, battle for the lead. Here comes Pote, and he's got it. Pote, one of the 2 Kentucky drivers in the field, he and Osborne. And here comes Collard from the inside for 2nd position. He's got by Parker. And here comes Sanford for 3rd position now inside of Phil Parker. Hendrick teammates there, the 24 and the 5 cars. Thorland goes by, and here comes, and speaking of Osborne, there he is. That's 5th place he just took, I believe. Yes, it is 5th. Paul Minnick slow just a little bit there as Becca Tellier in the 6th car goes by. And here comes Preston Plord in number 18. He's trying to find his way around as well. That's 9th right there, and here's 10th position, Ryan Brommer, having another good run. He had a good run at a couple races back at Michigan, and unfortunately did not end up with a good run there. But the number 17 Western Auto Chevrolet proving its potential here in the last couple 3 races. And all problems off turn number 4. It's Jesse Turner and Keith Batson going around. Oh, it's a shame for Batson. He was moving his way up through the field nicely. He was up from 41st to 25th before this ordeal happened. And I thought Batson was going to just flat rear into 75 of Jesse Turner, and it turned out that wasn't happening. We'll see if whose fault that. Let's see who played the whodunit. Let's see who played this whodunit game right here between off turn number 4. Far chase view never fails us, so let's take a look at what happened. McIntyre in the 5 car is off the wall in the 99 car. Off the 4th turn, Batson drives into McIntyre and sends him right into Jesse Turner's car. So off the wall goes Batson's car. That has got to be, yeah. So Keith Batson and Jesse Turner, no harm, no foul, really, other than a couple of taps to the wall at the inside wall here at Darlington. But turn 4 claims another victim as Keith Batson makes his way on the pit road, 55 miles an hour, as the Texaco Haviland crew goes to work on that number 28 machine. Oh, and he's out. He's out of the race now. So Keith Batson, after coming off a big victory at Bristol, will not repeat that feat here at Darlington. It's a tough break for him because he had an excellent run going on here today too. And another car's dropped out of the race. Daniel Bouchard is out of the race, and of course the piston problem has nailed the 9 car of Zachary Fitzwater, and he's out of the race. So Fitzwater with a tough break as well after a solid last couple of after running solid the last several races for that 9 team. Has actually, I think, almost moved Fitzwater, if not in the top 10 in the standings coming in. So that's a big blow for the Flying Aussie. And you can bet that those teams will be loading up and prepare for Richmond, which is next on the tour for the running of the Richmond 400. So we're past halfway through this event here. 34. It'll be 34 laps in the books and 22 to go here at Darlington. Dylan Poteet looking for his first victory in a long time in a series. I can't think of when the last time Poteet won in a series. I actually do not know, to be honest. It's been maybe probably 5-6 seasons ago, probably something like that. It's been a long time since he last won. But he would love to bring a victory back from Darlington here. Charles Sanford, he'd like to get his first victory of the season as well. Zorlin going for his first. Osborne looking for his second, as is Phil Parker. That's the top 5 at the moment. So you got a Pontiac, a Ford, and 3 Chevrolets in the top 5. Again, the 4-car, William Brock, is a lap down. And, of course, Brock has had nothing but problems since the very start of the race. He is in 38th position, 1 lap down, trying to get back on the lead lap. And as I said, trying to hope to catch a caution flag. Zorlin looking inside for second place on Sanford. They go into turn number 1. He's going to bring Osborne with him in the 87, the Ford and Chevrolet battle. And you got another Ford Chevy battle here, the 24 and the 6 cars. Going at it here, Tellier and Sanford as they go into turn number 3 now. Becca Tellier, a former Darlington winner herself a few seasons back, giving that Valvoline Ford a good run. Driving the 1995 Mark Martin colors here. That's the 95 Thunderbird, as I'm saying, it's a 95 T-Bird she's driving. Preston Ford running in 5th position. Joshua Collard in 6th right now. And here comes battle for 2nd place. Osborne up to 2nd place now. So you got Kentucky drivers 1st and 2nd at the moment. Osborne from Southeastern Kentucky and Posey from Western Kentucky. William Brock giving those cars an inside room. Here. You got a couple of Pontiacs going by, Plord and Collard. And again, a shout out to the 17 car, Ryan Brommer, up to the 7th position, giving it Western Auto Chevrolet an excellent ride here today. Jessica Shelton up to the 8th position. 9th is Trent Dunham. And look who is up from 39th to 9th. Trent up from 39th to 9th. Dylan Young. And then number 2, Miller Virginia draft card. And I tell you, we talk about Keith Batson winning Bristol from 38th. That's got to be an equal. That's got to equal quite a feat right here. Here comes, but Seth Cole in the 98 car, like in 10th position. He's going to try to stole that for him here. As Trent Dunham still having trouble getting his car trying to keep his car off the wall. Riding with Dylan Young in the number 2 machine. He's in 9th position. Up ahead is Jessica Shelton in 8th. And new leader, by the way, Joshua Osborne is taking the lead here at Darlington. And now from Jessica Shelton's view in the number 94 machine. Rear bumper cam from her McDonald's Ford. She gets by Zorn. She gets by Brommer. So Shelton moves up to the 6th position right now. And she takes Dylan Young with her. And nope. And now Osborne has dropped to the 4th position. Becca Tellier's going to take the lead, but here comes Poteet. And Osborne's off the wall. So Becca Tellier in the first race she has led in a long time. But Poteet's not giving up that 22 machine. They're still battling out for position. And now it's a dragger as they go into turn 3 right now. Pontiac on the inside, Ford on the outside of the track. Here comes another Pontiac. That's Preston Ford. And the 18 looking for his 4th victory of the season. Seems like when the chips are down, Plord is in it for the money right now, and he is looking for it here at Darlington. But here comes Collard moving to the inside. Whew, and caution flags out for the 3rd time here today, and not sure who it is this time. Oh, I see it now. Oh my gosh! Charles Sanford has crashed. Quentin Moore's crashed. Mike Becker, there's Ben Country, got jacked up in the 25 car. Ashlyn Boyd, Ryan George, Brommer's in it. One of the guys who was having a good run here today, Colano's in it, as is Carter Friesen, 71. He's in the crash. We saw Peter Onchek. Osborne's crashed as well as is Trent Dunham. And Zorland's crashed. Deaver's crashed. I think the better question is who didn't crash. I think that's a better question right here. But that is caution number 3 coming out. And it's happening with 12 laps remaining. And Osborne was the leader just a couple of laps ago here. Let's take a look as to what happened. They went into turn number 1. Dylan Young goes by. Here comes Seth Cole to the inside. And he stuffs Osborne in the wall. There's Quentin Moore. He gets involved. Johnny Gardner also involved. There's Brommer. Bam! Right into him. Dunham gets into it. And several cars having nowhere to go. There's Zorlin. He crashes. There's Deaver. There's Friesen. Nicholas Wade in 26. And there's several cars right there. And there's where the 25 got jacked up right there by the 33 of Tony Green. Holy crap, dude. That is a bad, bad crash that's happened here at Darlington. And there you see the attrition list is so far. And so far we have 16 cars out of this race here at Darlington. And we got list of course, and list includes Keith Batson, Daniel Bouchard, Zachary Fitzwater, Ashlyn Boyd, Tony Green, Ben Crouch, Ryan George, Peter Onjak, Carter Friesen, Austin Colano out of the race, Ryan Brommer's out of the race, Jonathan Zorlin, Cole Deaver, his hard luck continues in the 29th position. He's out of the race. Trent Dunham's out. Joshua Osborne, who was leading a lap ago, he's out. And Quentin Moore is out. 2 cars a lap down now. It's the 4 of William Brock and Charles Sanford in 25th position. So Charles Sanford, his hopes for a good run again dashed because of a late race crash. So green flag is going to be coming back out here with 48 laps in the books. And we have 8 laps to go here in the Mountain Dew Southern 500. It is Poteet, Collard, Plord, Tellier, and Shelton, the top 5. Then it's Young, Ard, Almerigo, McIntyre, and Seth Cole. Can Dylan Poteet hold on to get his first victory of the season? We're about to find out here in his last 7.5 laps. Collard slips up high. Here comes Plord to the inside. Collard shuts the door on him for the moment, but here comes 18, Preston Plord. Sean Ard gets off the wall. Almerigo gets by him. And here comes Preston Plord for second place. Seems like for Preston, when the big money is up there, he is up for the challenge as he comes into turn number 1. William Brock moves inside, and he'll bring Shelton with him. Shelton to 3rd. Dylan Young from 39th up to 4th place right now for that number 2 Miller Genuine Draft Ford. Off to number 4 they come. 6 laps to go. And you talk about hungry drivers. Don't count that driver, that 10 car out just yet. Vince Almerigo moving up through the field nicely. He is up to 6th place now in that number 10 Tide Ride. And this man comes in this race with a nearly wanting a bad run. He is a good run, I should say. He is 39th in the standings coming into this event. He's running top 10 for the first time this season. 4 laps to go. Shelton to the inside. Brock gets off the wall. He just says, there you go, Shelton. Jess, battle it out here. And does she have anything for Preston Plord and Dylan Poteet? She might possibly. There it is. Now come down for 3 to go. Here comes Preston to the inside of Poteet. Preston Poor looking for his third victory, looking for his fourth victory of the season. He won at Auto Club, he won at Richmond, and he won at Pocono. Can he add Darlington to this list of wins? But I tell you that 94 car, she's coming on. 2 laps to go. Young gives her a bit of a push, and she pushes Poteet out of the way. But Dylan Young decides to go for it himself. Here comes Dylan Young for second place. And Shelton gets off the wall, and Almerigo gets off the wall as well. Becca Taylor at the third position now. Now, what's Dylan Young going to do? White flag, 1 lap to go. Pontiac in first, Ford in second. Does Dylan Young have anything from Preston Plord? Plord holding on. Young trying to close up in that number 2 machine. Here comes Dylan Young. He takes a look to the inside of Plord. Here they come out the fourth corner. Young looks inside of Plord. They're side by side to the line. It's going to be Preston Plord winning the Mountain Dew Southern 500 at Darlington. What a fine drive by Preston Plord, number 18 car. He almost lost that race off the fourth turn. Young made a charge, but comes up 7/100ths of a second short. As the number 18 Interstate Batteries Pontiac damaged up and all. You can see a little bit of hood buckle on the number 18 car. Still goes to victory lane with that ride. And a great race for him. Second goes to Dylan Young. Third to Becca Tellier. Fourth to Dylan Poteet. Fifth to Levi McIntyre. Sixth to Jessica Shelton. Seventh place will go to Phil Parker. Vince Almerigo. How about him finishing in 8th position? And Zach Winkle, we have not talked about him at all today. He ends up finishing in 9th. And for the first time, Rob Evans gets a top 10. He finishes in 10th position with that Mobil 1 Ford. So a good run a surprise run by Almerigo, Winkle, and Evans. So a good day for those 3 drivers here this weekend at Darlington. And here's the finish here at Darlington. They come to the start-finish line here. Young looked inside of Plord. They're side by side. And there's the margin at the finish line right there. Preston Plord by a full car length over Dylan Young. I tell you, Plord has to be thinking his lucky start to that race was in 57 laps instead of 50. Well, Plord had to be thinking his lucky start to that race was not 57 laps, or else he could have been beaten on the last lap. So Dylan Young again has to finish set up for second position. Unfortunately for him, still looking for that first victory of the season. And the average speed of this race 1:16.301. After 3 caution legs, the average margin of victory 67,000th of a second separated the front. I said actually it was the 23rd race of the season. Well, actually, this is actually stop number 24. So 24 races are in the books here in the Castrol GTX Cup Series for season 12 or season 20. Excuse me. What? I'm getting screwed up here. Rest of the finishing order here. Finishing order. Sean Ard comes up with a solid 11th place run for him. Jay Jefferson 12th. Kyle Matthews moved up to 13th position after he dropped back early in the race here. So Matthews, again, a huge points harvest after Cole Deaver's troubles here today. So that's going to move Matthews up big time in the point standings. Jason Haywood, 14th. 15th, Diego Yepes. Joshua Collard, 16th. Kat Batson, 17th. Mike Becker, 18th. Paul Minnick, 19th. And Jesse Turner rebounds nicely to finish in 20th position after the altercation between he and Keith Batson. Seth Cole, 21st, 22nd, Johnny Gardner, 23rd, Nicholas Wade, the last car on the lead lap. William Brock, 24th. Charles Sanford was the last car to finish in 25th position. In this huge list of we have on our attrition here. Excuse me. Quentin Moore was 26th. 27th was Joshua Osborne. 28th, Trent Dunham. Cole Deaver drops to 29th after this whole deal. Jonathan Sorlin 30th. He had a super run going on. Ryan Brommer, another one, had a super run going on. He finished 31st in this race, so spoiled what possibly could have been a top 10 for him today. Austin Colano 32nd, 33rd. Carter Friesen 34th. Peter Onjak. Then Ryan George, Ben Crouch, Tony Green, Ashlyn Boyd, Zachary Fitzwater 39th. He did not need this run today. Danny Bouchard 40th, and Keith Batson comes from a win at Bristol to dead last at Darlington. And as I said, points-wise, he did not need that neither, and that stings big time for the man from Maine. But the Mountain Dew Southern 500 is history, and Preston Plord gets another big win here today. It seems like in the big races, Plord is up for the challenge, and he always seems to execute. And he did today at Darlington, but not without a fight from Dylan Young on that last lap of the race. That was absolutely just it wasn't Craven and Kurt Busch, but it was pretty epic nonetheless. So next race on the road will be at Richmond, Virginia for the running of the Richmond 400. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got Interraces, gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth's goal desires for his channel. And please be sure to check out Seth's Last Miss Light series, the Coors Light Truck series, Pizza Hut X series, and the Hershey's Cup series. Please be sure to check those races out. And also be sure to check out Michael Norman's Budweiser All Pro series. Be sure to check those races out as well. And we also have another NNSCRA series, and that is on Thrashmania 899's channel. And that is the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup series. Please be sure to, and please be sure to click the link in the description of the video. To be sure to subscribe to his channel, and also if you want to become part of that series as well for the upcoming season. So some of the best off races are under the NNSCRA umbrella, and you will not regret joining the team. So that is the story from Darlington. Congratulations again to Preston Plord, the winner of the Mountain Dew Southern 500. For now, this is James Squalson in production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best.